friends, this is Jude. Welcome back to my channel. And this is another edition of a Catholic Connection video. And I was so taken after I read CarolineONeal's book, No Two Are Alike, that I really wanted her to come on my channel and speak to you about her wonderful story. So welcome, Caroline.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Jude. It's such an honor to speak with you, and it's such an honor to be on this platform. I'm very excited to get started.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I guess the way to start out is, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I would love to. My name is CarolineONeal. I am the eldest of 4 siblings. I am married to my husband, Chris. We live in Atlanta, Georgia, and we have a dog named Chloe.
I've seen your dog on your Instagram page, which is how we connected on Instagram.
Yes.
So, and I was so delighted when, you'd post something and you just have such a beautiful smile and a warm smile and a welcoming smile. And of course, I'm a dog lover, and I have a dog too, Magnolia. And so I always love to see people's dogs posted. And then you put up the fact that you wrote a book. And so I was very intrigued to find out what the book was about. So what inspired you to write the book, No Two Are Alike?
That's a very good question. Thank you so much. I would say what inspired me was this story needed to be told. God laid this on my heart to write this. And I just really wanted to tell the world who God was, tell everyone about Sofia Academy and the amazing work that God has done through me and my family and others through that school.
So your book does showcase this very special school named Sofia Academy. So can you tell us about what type of school Sofia Academy is?
Yes, certainly. Sofia Academy was founded by my mother. She created the school for myself and students for learning disabilities. It actually started out as a Christian school, but because of our faith, we're Catholic, and it was my mom's dream for it to become Catholic, so it became Catholic.
I think that it's just amazing, the calling. We were talking about the calling that we all have, this mission from God, and your mom was certainly open to that. And as a mother myself, I know that you really want the best for your children. And I guess let's talk a little bit about your early education years, so we could set up the stage for why your mom felt the need that she wanted to start Sofia Academy. So what were the challenges that you faced in the schools prior to Sofia Academy?
Well, I love this question, and thank you so much for all the questions you've asked me so far. I would say with this question, I actually started going to a public school, and I will say, to fit it into one word, it was interesting. And I would say that because coming from, since I was a little kid at the time, and, just everything was so overwhelming, just like the building, the class size, just everything in general. And I just felt very overwhelmed every day. And I felt like I was never getting help for the way I needed to fit my learning style. And so my parents actually transferred me from a public school to a private school with specifically for learning disabilities. And I really enjoyed that school. And, you know, I loved the teaching style. The teaching style was a lot differently from the public school. I will say that I did not feel accepted by the students. I definitely felt accepted by the teachers, but I didn't feel accepted by the students. And I will say in the public school and the private school, I just remember getting bullied a lot because of my size and, you know, how skinny I was and how small I was. And just because I was known to be really quiet and I was just very different from everyone. And, you know, that really bothered me as well.
Must have been so difficult. That's what I was so impressed with by reading your book was, you know, you're very honest about what happened to you. And yet, you know, it seemed that there was this inner strength. And of course, you tap into the fact of your faith of God being, you know, so present, even in that struggle, even in that. And it's certainly not easy for anyone, but especially a child, because we want to be accepted by our peers. And of course, our teachers, we look up to them. They're, you know, they're our authority figure, and we want to be accepted. So just knowing that you still persevered through that, you still had that sense, as difficult as it was, that there was a purpose. And you go through that later in the book. You go through that those struggles made you the person that you are today. Those forks in the road, those blocks in the road. And so that's really a measure of someone's faith. You know, we can turn away, or we can feel that, no, God is with us. He's helping us through this journey. So that was really apparent in the book, that, you know, you were able to rise above that. But that's very difficult. And unfortunately, that seems to be common. Maybe there's people that are watching this video now who have experienced that, or have had their children experience the same situation that you're talking about. So as you would move on from that particular public school, and your mom all this time, she was thinking of a better way for you and for other students such as yourself. How did it move from an idea and a want to an actual fulfillment of a building, of just all of that put together? Because your mom wasn't from an education background, correct?
No, she was not. You know, my parents just realized I was just, you know, struggling in different areas at, you know, both schools I was at. And you know, even though I was at the private school at the time, they were running out of options. They're like, you know, she needs to go somewhere else. Like she can't stay at this private school forever. But, you know, like I said, they were running out of options. They, you know, they would pray every day. They would attend mass every day. They would pray together. They would pray alone. Sorry, I'm starting to get emotional.
Oh no, that's fine. That's like I said, graceful moments, and obviously you witnessing the fact that that was so crucial to your each and everyday life. You're seeing your parents going to mass, you're going to mass with them, you're praying, your family's together, and you're united with God in this process. So, you know, that is to be commended. Any parent out there that has struggled, but yet, you know, instills that we have to, you know, we have to pray and we have to hold on. So that's beautiful.
Thank you. And you know, like I was saying, they were running out of options. They had no idea what to do. They were just so overwhelmed. And you know, my mom would pray every single day. You know, God, just show me what to do. Tell me what to do. I'll do anything. All right. And you know, there was this one day, very specifically. I'm sorry, I apologize. That changed my mom's life forever. She was praying, you know, God, just show me, tell me what to do. And God, she knew in that very moment what God was telling her to do, which was, you know, Maria, I want you to start a school.
So you were how old, Caroline, when that process all started?
Yeah.
What grade were you in then?
I would say, I think I was in 4th grade, because I started Sophia at the very beginning, at 5th grade. So I would say when my mom, you know, knew what he told her, which was to start a school, she she obviously didn't want to hear that answer. She goes, "Are you kidding me? Like, no, like, I can't believe that." And so she, you know, she waited for a little bit, you know, till my dad got home. She told my dad, she sat him down and she goes, you know, God wants me to start a school for Caroline and for people with learning disabilities. And my dad was, oh my goodness. I'm laughing because of his response. I think he was surprised. I know he was surprised. He was shocked. He was, you know, overwhelmed. Like, you know, how can you do this? Like, we have 4 kids. Like, you know, I work every day. Who's gonna deal with the kids? And you know,
so many unknowns, right? So many unknowns, and almost thinking that would be impossible.
Right,
you know?
right.
Where do you even begin?
I know, right? So it's like I said in the book, you know, God had both of them right where I needed them. And that's where I would say it started from there. You know, it's so funny because my mom, you know, even though she knew this was the right decision that would, you know, not only change our lives, but you know, would not only change our lives, but it would, you know, put me, I guess you would say, for starters, on the right path to success. I'll be honest, like she didn't want to do it at first. She didn't. But
Well,
you know,
that fear holding her back.
Yeah.
You know, there's a point of that. As much as we believe and we have faith, that was certainly when you're called like that, you know, and especially with that sort of task and commitment, and you know, you're just dumbfounded. You're kind of like you said, like your dad was in shock. How is this going to be possible? But you know, little by little, the pathways opened up and presented themselves. Could you tell us how that developed from that calling until to the point where there was actually a school?
Yeah, certainly. Like I said, that is a really good question. I'm trying to think of what I wrote in the book. sorry,
that's
I would just
okay.
say, you know, my mom started from the ground up. She,
Right.
you know, she started, you know, and my mom definitely has the gift of business. So, you know, she would meet with people, she would like meet with families, and just all that kind of stuff. And
Now, Caroline, I just wondered, at what point, because it was a private school to begin with, and then it transitioned into a Catholic academy.
yes.
Because I love that part of the book where you accompanied your mom
Oh, thank you. Yes.
and you had a meeting with the cardinal,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You had a meeting with in order to present the idea,
Yes.
because you needed permission to have this go forward. So you obviously felt that you wanted to be there because you yourself saw the benefits and the necessity for this school to continue, and you wanted to have your Catholic faith certainly be a pillar and a very important stronghold foundation for the school, correct?
Yes. Yes. And I would say, you know, that was and will always be so special. I remember that day very vividly. You know, it was a fall morning, and I just remember, you know, to be honest, being a little bit nervous because, you know, I had no idea what he was gonna say. But I don't know, I just had this like confidence and like hope that I knew that it was gonna be a yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember sitting down with my mom and some of the faculty from Sophia who supported my mom as well. And I just remember my mom just like really, really wanting this, saying like, you know, this is so important to me and my family and to Caroline. We would love for this to happen. And I remember, I can't remember when it was, when he told the answer, but he obviously said yes. And my mom and my family and I were so overjoyed, and which was amazing. It
Was
was
amazing.
amazing.
It was amazing. And you continued and you flourished there. And that is what you want to share through your book and through coming on to do this video with me, was you want to be able to give encouragement and hope for other people that might be facing such challenges. I have a dear friend who had gone through her elementary years, and actually she graduated with a master's degree, but she struggled because she had special needs, and she moved around a lot. Schools, you know, as anybody who has been involved in special needs, you might have to do a session or a year here, and then you're switched to another school. So always that changing schools, changing curriculums, programs, teachers. So the resiliency you have to have is crucial. And the fact that you finally, and your mom, her love for you and for other children in that situation, made it possible that you could go on, and you did, and you went on to college. And what did you major in,
I
Caroline?
majored in general studies.
Okay.
Yes. I wasn't, but well, there's not really a story to that, but to be honest, I didn't really know what I made. No, to be honest, I didn't really, what I meant to say is I did not know what I wanted to major in. So I was like, oh, I guess this is the best degree for me. I guess this fits. So
Wonderful, wonderful. And then you went on actually to be a part of the staff. You were hired at Sophia Academy too, and you were
yes.
working with the students there. What capacity were you in when you started your career with Sophia Academy? What were you doing at the school?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Thank you. Actually, when I started, working, I think it made the most sense for my mom to start me out as full time, which, that would have been my first job, like after college. So that made sense to me too. And, I did different things. Let's see, I'm trying to think exactly what I did.
You
I
worked
think
with
I
the
like helped
students,
out.
right?
What?
You worked with the students.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I worked with the students. I love technology. That's like one of my interests, I would say. So I actually worked with them on technology a lot, assistive technology specifically. And yeah, so
It's
I
wonderful that we hooked up because I certainly could use your expertise.
oh yeah, I'd love to help you with anything technology related. Um I would say I remember when I was working in the preschool part, I would work one-on-one with students on the iPad with specifically what they needed to help them succeed. And then let's see, I moved on to being the assistive technology assistant. And then actually the director, the assistive technology director at the time went to another location somewhere else. And then that's where I actually became the assistive technology director and worked with more students doing the same thing. You mean like I mean like working on the iPad
That
and
must have been
or
so rewarding for you. I can
yes,
imagine
yes,
going
it
through
was.
your experience, going to the school, and then here you are as someone who comes in and actually goes into the classroom and helps. You know what it was like being in that situation as a student, and here you were really the best to be equipped to know that one-on-one need, and it's so important, that individual attention, that, and you could recognize it probably so much easier and quicker than someone else who hadn't experienced it for themselves.
I really enjoyed that a lot. I would say I enjoyed all the jobs I had at Sophia. Yeah, I was really grateful to work there and to be a student there.
Wonderful. And so, Caroline, I noticed, and this is kind of how your book closes, that in May of 2017, there was a farewell mass that was held at Sophia Academy. And in August of that year, Sophia Academy merged with Notre Dame Academy located in Duluth. So there was a merger. So
Yes.
the school is run, it's by a different name, but it's still run specializing in special needs students then?
Yes. Yes. There's a specific program called the Father Collins School. So when when the merge was happening and taking place, the students that went from Sophia, they went to Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great, great. And I know how important your faith is in your life. Your faith is part and parcel. So going through these experiences that you have, and you do touch on it in the book, how your faith played. So what do you think God was telling you in all of this, in the struggles, in the triumphs, and in the joys?
Wow, I absolutely love that question. I would say, with growing up with a learning disability, having me be the only one, you know, I mean, for one, I'm even like thinking of it now, seeing memories now play out. I would say, obviously my siblings and parents in general were very hard workers, but you know, I had to, work so much harder than them. And I remember, with that, like God, has definitely taught me and shown me perseverance with that.
Yeah.
Um,
That really comes out in your story that you tell.
oh, thank you.
Even back to when, and this is where I really commend you, because being shy, you would think that you would have gone in the opposite direction of making a speech in front of the school. But I love that you shared that amidst the fact that you were nervous and shy, it was something that you just felt that you wanted to do, you wanted to accomplish, and you did. You gave this speech in front of the whole auditorium was full.
Mhm.
And I just love that about you, because there's a resilience. And I think a lot of that comes from, as I know in my friend as well, when you have faced those obstacles, that along with your faith, you're tested, and
Yes.
you rise above. And I'm sure that was a wonderful feeling when you gave that speech, as nervous as you were. When it was over, you thought, oh my gosh, I did it. And you said so many people were coming up to you, what a wonderful job you did, and just giving you that encouragement along the way to let you know that, they have saw that strength that you had. So that's wonderful. Now, I do want to tell everybody, because I just don't want them to miss out on the opportunity of reading your story. So where is your book available for purchase?
My book is available on Amazon, and it is $19.99.
And I will put the link below for the book, where you can purchase the book, and also to your platform. So do check out Caroline's Instagram page, and she also has a YouTube channel as well. So I will link that below as well. So is there anything you wanted to say to our audience before we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to say, God just loves you beyond measure, more than you'll ever know. And he, every day he just shows you how much he loves you and cares for you.
That's beautiful, beautiful, perfect, Caroline. And, I really appreciate you taking the time out to come on and tell a little bit of your story. So, friends, I really recommend you reading Caroline's journey, because it's a journey of hope. Caroline, it was wonderful to meet you and talk with you today. So thank you so much. And God bless.
Thank you. Same to you. God bless you as well. Thank you so much.